Greetings and welcome to the Townbuilder Halfling Village Kickstarter. I am Christopher Adam and I will be your guide throughout this campaign. In this Kickstarter we offer a set of 6 3D printable, generic, franchise-neutral Halfling houses, a huge asset pack with over 880 models to customize these buildings or create completely new ones, and for the first time we offer the option to get these buildings printed by Townsmith and then shipped straight to your doorstep. And of course, we also offer bundles of our old asset packs as add-ons to this campaign. All buildings you see here will be delivered as STL files, including everything you need for assembly. However, we will also include 3MF files, which are set up for Bamboo Studio, the slicer software for Bambu Labs 3D printers. So, if you happen to own a P1P or an X1C, printing these buildings is as simple as hitting the print plate button. If your pledge level contains the Halfling asset pack, you'll get access to over 880 models and the Halfling houses in Townbuilder. You can then customize them to your heart's desire and combine them with other asset packs to create completely new buildings. As a side note, this is the same asset pack that we released via the subscription system earlier this year. So if you were subscribed during the months of January, February and March, thank you! But please do not pledge for this asset pack and only check if there's something interesting for you in the add-ons. And if you don't have access to a 3D printer, we've got you covered as well. For the first time, we also offer to print and ship these buildings to you. The buildings you see here are all prototypes, printed in different materials at low quality, some partially painted, some not painted at all, and some fully painted. This is not what you will receive. This is the quality that you will receive when you pledge for a 3D printed building. We print them at a low layer height of 0.12 mm with high quality Polyterra PLA. This material is pretty durable and easy to paint, and it keeps the buildings very lightweight. And each building comes with both dowels and magnets included, so you can choose how modular you want your hills to be. These hill burrows don't just look good, they also come with some neat features to enhance your printing and gaming experience. My personal favorite is the usable door. All interior doors of these buildings are usable and actually swing open in either direction. They are printed in place with no additional supports, and then you just use a piece of filament as the door hinge and apply pressure to the door to break the built-in supports. These hinges are of course included in the printed pledge levels. Another staple of Townbuilder buildings is support-free printing. We carefully designed and test printed all these buildings and all their parts so that they print without any additional slicer supports. All houses are split into convenient pieces up to 20 centimeters or 8 inches, so anyone can print them on their home 3D printer. And this also makes storing them much easier. We offer 2 solutions for connecting these individual parts. You can either use 3mm cylindrical magnets to keep things snappy, modular and easy to store, or you can use 3D printed dowels, which create a tighter and more stable connection, but are more annoying to remove again. We recommend using dowels if you want to permanently join the parts using glue or milliput, like I did with this one here, and we recommend magnets if you want to keep things modular for easy storage. You can also play around with mixing both magnets and dowels for the best of both worlds. Separate levels of each hill can be connected with 3mm cylindrical or square magnets. The printed pledge levels will include dowels, magnets, and these little handy magnet helpers, which ensure that you don't mix up the orientation of the tiny magnets when you put them into your buildings. If you are a first-time backer, then welcome! But you probably have never heard of Townbuilder before. Down in the Kickstarter description you can find an introduction to our system, where Christopher from last year will catch you up to speed. Be sure to check it out and see why over 13,000 users create their tabletop buildings with our software. There are 2 types of pledge levels in this Kickstarter. digital and printed. All digital pledge levels will be fulfilled through activation codes, which we send out after the Kickstarter campaign ends. All physical pledge levels include at least one printed building, and you will receive a box with your building shipped to your doorstep. When exactly you'll receive your building is largely dependent on your backer number, as this will be how we prioritize our fulfillment order. Be sure to pledge early and reserve a good spot. At €30, this level includes STLs and 3MF files for all 6 buildings, as well as all buildings that will be added in via stretch goals. Pledge for this if you don't own Townbuilder and you're not interested in customizing these buildings. At €50, this level includes everything mentioned before and the Halfling asset pack. That's 880 plus models and the hills themselves usable in Townbuilder. With this, you can customize the Halfling houses or use their detailed wood, plaster, stone or the hills to create completely new buildings with your already existing collection. At €100, this level includes Townbuilder, both the web and desktop version, the medieval asset pack, the Halfling asset pack, and the STLs of all 6 Halfling houses and unlocked stretch goals. Please only back this pledge level if you do not own Townbuilder yet and you haven't backed any of our previous Kickstarters. We offer all the printed buildings as individual add-ons, so you can pledge for $1 here and then choose the buildings you want as add-ons. So depending on which buildings you choose, the price of this pledge level changes. Please check out the individual buildings prices in the Kickstarter description. At this level, you get all 6 Halfling houses printed and shipped to you. This level is strongly discounted relative to getting all the buildings individually, and it saves you a ton of shipping costs. As always with our Kickstarters, we offer almost all our previously released asset packs as add-ons. We have packed them into 5 bundles, each containing 4 or more asset packs. And each bundle costs €90, giving you a 25% discount on effectively our whole inventory. But this time around, we have taken great care to create proper presentation pages for all asset packs. Please check them out by clicking on the links below the asset bundle pictures in the Kickstarter description. In order for the pick and choose pledge level to work, we also offer printed versions of all buildings as add-ons. You can get these added to any pledge level. So if you pledge, for example, for the full village, but you want one building as a duplicate, this is the way to go. We've got facilities in Germany as well as in the US to keep shipping prices affordable and delivery times humane for everyone. All shipping prices are concisely presented as a table in the Kickstarter's description. And of course, we're also doing stretch goals. These buildings are already pretty damn cool, but we can still improve and expand them. So the more money this campaign makes, the more stuff you get added to your pledge for free. We would love to add another hill house, or maybe 2, or usable exterior doors, for example, or secret doors, or so much more. This stretch goal map can be found at the end of the Kickstarter's description, so scroll down and check out what has already been unlocked. You will find parts of this video sprinkled throughout the Kickstarter's description, explaining each section once again. If you like or dislike this form of campaign explanation, please let me know in a comment. I'd love to get your feedback for future Kickstarter campaigns. And that's it. If you have been following Townbuilder's journey over the last 3 years, then thank you very much for keeping in touch. Thanks to your feedback and support, we have created something much bigger than I or the team have ever imagined. This Kickstarter is kind of the beginning of a more stable and organized time for Townsmith. With some bugs still in need of hunting and some quality of life improvements always in the works, Townbuilder is nearing completion. But we would of course like to expand the assets that are available in Townbuilder further, and this Kickstarter is kind of a proof of concept for that. If this project is received well, then our artists and our marketing team can tackle more ambitious asset packs in the future and promote them via Kickstarter campaigns like this one, while the developers are polishing up the code base and work on the next custom builder. But you will hear more about that one soon enough.